Hello people, it's your boy Osman back again with another video. Yes, two videos in one day, absolute madness. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe, try to get to 150, drop a like, all that good stuff. It's Manchester United v Newcastle. First and foremost, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said that Sanchez will play some part in this game. We don't know how much minutes he will get, but nevertheless, I am excited to see Alexis Sanchez back in a Man United shirt and, of course, on the pitch. It's been well documented that he's been a bit of a flop, so to speak, since his 1 year anniversary, which is coming up soon. Yeah, to be honest with you, I've been a massive fan of Sanchez. I know a lot of people have been writing him off, saying he's an absolute flop. For me personally, I've said this consistently. You can look at my previous videos. Although he hasn't really reached the heights that we expected, I personally believe that it was more down to the system that wasn't utilising his strengths. So this is a perfect opportunity to put that sort of theory into notion. Is it down to Sanchez's ability, or was it the system holding him back? And he is going to flourish, in my opinion, under the new system. Ole Gunnar has already said it. The interchange of positions, the free roam, it's just going to be absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait. We have got a world-class player coming back from injury. And honest to God, if we can get Sanchez firing, I generally think we can do something against PSG. But that's for another day. Anyways, coming back to this game against Newcastle, first and foremost, the game is going to be played at St. James's Park, which does mean if they do score early, you know the St. James, well, the Toon Army, so to speak, the faithful are a very, very passionate fan base, and they are one who will get behind their team. So it will be a tricky game, make no mistake about it, especially with somebody who is a pragmatic manager such as Rashford Benitez. He's basically Jose Mourinho 2.0. I've never been a fan of him. Of course, he's mostly known for his job at Liverpool. I think it was him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him who helped them win the Champions League, that kind of thing. So obviously Liverpool fans love him. Yeah, for me personally, he's always done well against Man United, and he's always done well against us in the last couple of years. For me, it's always been a difficult game. I remember quite clearly when they beat us, I'm not sure if it was last year. I think it was last year when Shelby put in a man of the match performance. They were just stronger than us in that game, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking for a similar blueprint to that. Salomon Rondon is actually coming into a decent amount of form. He has been scoring consistently, and as we are aware, we are very weak within the air, especially from set pieces. So that is another opportunity for them to get at us. But like I said in my last video, and like I'm going to say again, it's not about the opposition, it's what we have to offer going forward. And for me personally, the front three are just at the moment, they're unbelievable. They're playing probably the best football they've played since they've joined Man United as a trio. It's just good to see the free-flowing football. You saw against Bournemouth, we consistently applied pressure throughout the first half, and that's something that we need to do going forward against teams that shouldn't really be beating Man United or competing against us on a level of ability-wise anyways. And Newcastle definitely aren't on the same ability as us. They've barely got any money to spend in January. They are very far away from us, although they've had a couple of decent results here and there. Realistically speaking, on paper, our team is considerably better than theirs. Even our bench is way better than their starting lineup. So we should be getting the win. It's important that we do get the win because, of course, Arsenal and Spurs have won. I believe Chelsea have got an easy game as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Southampton. Don't quote me on that. But I know Chelsea have got a very easy game as well, so I'm expecting them to win. So it's just a matter of us getting the 3 points to stay, obviously, as close as possible we can to that top 4 spot. But yeah, nevertheless, going into the team lineup, for me personally, David De Gea in there, Ashley Young right back. I wouldn't change it too much. Obviously, Bailly is suspended, so that would mean Jones will have to come back. So Jones, Lindelof, and Luke Shaw left back for me. The midfield three, again, I wouldn't change. I don't think there's a need to change it. He may want to rotate the squad a bit slightly, but for me personally, I think play a full strength team here and rotate against Reading, which was what he's planning on doing anyway. So I'll keep the team pretty much the same, actually, to be fair. I'd only put Jones in for Bailly, because like I said, he's suspended. Manistar, I don't see why you change the front three. If it's not broke, why try and fix it? Also, Lukaku's, obviously stay on the bench, so to speak. Rashford for me, in fact, Rashford might be injured as well, actually, what we're talking about. I think Rashford might be injured. I'm not 100% sure if he is fit. Of course, if Rashford is injured, then realistically speaking, Lukaku's going to have to start. I don't think Sanchez is capable of playing 90 minutes, but we'll have to wait and see. If Rashford is injured, then I'll put Lukaku in unless Sanchez is fit for 90 minutes, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is, If Rashford is injured, my first choice would be Sanchez if he's fit enough to play 90 minutes. If he's not fit enough to play 90 minutes, then of course it's going to have to be Lukaku. But nevertheless, like I said, I wouldn't change too much unless the enforced changes that we have to make. Regarding the way I want us to play, it's important that we stamp our authority very early on this game. Like I said, the Newcastle faithful are very, very passionate fan base, and they will get behind the team if they go ahead very early. And then that's the kind of situation we don't want to be in. I don't think we've been in that situation just yet under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, so it would be interesting if we were in that situation how we would bounce back under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because at the moment we've not really had a real test. Although Bournemouth are a good team, they're not really playing fantastic football at the moment, so we've not really had a test, so it would be interesting to see how we get on. But like I said, regarding Newcastle in general, they're going to be very, very compact. They're going to be set up in a 4-5-1, I would presume, with Rondon up front. They have got a bit of threat in the middle of the park. They've got a couple of players, they've got ability to obviously find Rondon from across, but in general they shouldn't pose that much of a threat unless it's from a set piece, which, to be honest with you, anything can happen from a set piece. I'm not going to write them off scoring this game, and to be honest with you, I'd be surprised if we do get a clean sheet. Like I said, Rondon's an absolute tank in the air. But regarding our style of football, it is important that we continue to find Pogba in the final third. We saw against Bournemouth when Pogba was finding those pockets of space in and around the box, he was absolutely devastating. Yes, I know he scored the 2 goals, but his overall play, you know, his ability to pick a pass, his ability to run with the ball, obviously, and just completely dominate the game. He was pulling the strings throughout the game. What I do want to say is I want to see more from Martial. You saw a couple of incidences when he ran in behind, which was really, really good to see. I want to see more of that. I want to see him running behind, trying to get goal side of defenders, because he has got the pace to running behind and hurt the defence. Same for Jesse Lingard. For me personally, I give a lot of criticism for Jesse Lingard. I think, although I do love him as a player, and I think he offers us a lot off the ball, I think him on the ball isn't as good as the likes of Alexis Sanchez. I know a lot of people are saying that, you know, Jesse gives us that balance, and I completely understand where those people are coming from. But for me personally, I think it's important that Jesse also offers us something on the ball with a bit more creativity. His final ball is lacking, to be quite frankly honest with you. That killer pass, that through ball, what Pogba would obviously provide, like some Martial would provide. He needs to add more assists to his game. For me personally, he's not doing enough in that department. I'm not sure if he's got any assists this season off the top of my head. I'm assuming he's probably set up Pogba or something at one point. But in general, yeah, I just want to see a bit more from Jesse in that sense. In fact, of course, he has got an assist, what we're talking about, got another day. But yeah, just in general, I want to see more from Jesse Lingard. Like I said, if Rashford is still playing, of course, I want to see him hurrying. He's almost like the trigger point when you see Rashford pressing. You can see Martial knows that he needs to go press, so does Lingard. And then we need to be pushing up further the pitch. Again, what I would like to see is the fullbacks pushing up. It is important that we try to push them back as far as possible. I'm pretty much expecting them to park the bus. So it's almost going to be like us attacking, them defending, so I'm expecting us to beat them, I'm not going to lie, although I think it's going to be a bit of a frustrating game. I think it's going to be very, very cagey. I don't think there's going to be much quality on their part, and it might get to a situation where we're nil at half time, though we might be a bit frustrated just from the lack of openings. I did feel against Bournemouth, although obviously we were fantastic, there was some opportunities that we didn't utilise or capitalise on because like I said, the final ball wasn't to the best of ability. So little things like that do need to improve, but overall been massively impressed with the way we have started under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's just a matter of continuing that and building the momentum heading into Reading, and then of course that most important Spurs game. But for me personally, like I said, I can only see us winning. I can't see them scoring more than 1 goal. If they were to score, it'd be from set piece. Rondon most likely will score the goal, or probably like a centre back or something like that from a corner. Minus that, I can't see them posing any threat going forward. So realistically speaking, I can only see us winning this game. Although I do think it's going to be a cagey affair. I think we will break the deadlock in the first half, and then in the second half we will go for the second, third, and so forth. So I'm going to say we're going to beat them 4-1. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to say we're going to get our first clean sheet, because like I said, they're not going to pose that much threat going forward. Yes, they have got a threat of Rondon in the air, but I think we'll be able to manage this one. I think I'm going to go 4-0 actually. I'm going to say we're going to win 4-0. First clean sheet under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which is massively important for us as well, just to build that bit of confidence in the defensive department. But In general, I'm not expecting us to play free-flowing football against such a cagey, pragmatic, defensive team. It should be interesting to see how we do breaking them down, because obviously I think this is going to be the first proper test of a team that is defensively sound. Obviously Benitez is known for his defensive workmanship, so to speak. But yeah, in general, it should be a good game nevertheless. Like I said, it's important that we get the 3 points because Arsenal have already won, and we just need to maintain our grip as close as possible to them. But apart from that, leave your comments, any questions you've got, any sort of types of video you want me to make. I will be talking about the transfers, if any sort of rumours, anything along those lines are occurring, of course. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think of my opinions. Also, feel free to put your team, your starting 11 down, and of course your score predictions. Like I said, I'm going for Man United. But apart from that, feel free to subscribe, drop a like, all that good stuff. It has been your boy Osman. Come on United! Come on!